Hello, my fellow hookers. It's Dr. Crochet again. Thought I would let you just have a look at one of my WIPs I'm working on. This is a blanket that I'm working on for a close friend. It's queen size. So, as you can see here, there's quite a bit to it. I am only in row like 36, I think, or 38. It's geometric styled. It's all double crochet. I used Stitch Fiddle to help me design it. And let me show you, my workspace looks a little bit like a loom going on there. You see my 3 skeins, that's my 3 colors. They're just trailing off up here to my piece. Right now I'm working with the chocolate brown, transitioning out of what was the cream. For those who would like to know, I am using Big Twist worsted weight yarn, or number 4 weight, depending on how you look at it. It's 100% acrylic, 380 yards per skein. I have already used 1 full skein of the chocolate, 1 full skein of the aqua. Still working on the first skein of the cream, which is fully understandable with this blanket because the cream is the least of my colors. I used it mostly as a throw-in accent color rather than a main color. Just something to break up the chocolate and the aqua. The chocolate and aqua are the main colors in my best friend's bedroom, and this is going to be for his bed. So it should fit the color scheme just perfectly. And as you see, we're just doing double crochets, one right after the other. You'll have to forgive me today. I'm working a little slower than normal. I've been dealing with a migraine all day. But isn't that funny how even a migraine's not going to stop us from crocheting? No matter how bad we feel, there's always room for crochet. It is, as I have said many times, my therapy. So we'll just view this as a therapy session where I didn't feel quite right. But we're not going to miss therapy just because we don't feel good. I would like to comment on a few things. As you can see, I hold my hook like a knife. I have for the entire time I've ever crocheted. I hold my tension hand just like this. I've always held it just like this. And it gives me near perfect tension. I've never had a tension issue. Other than, just as a beginner. Of course, as a beginner, everyone has a tension issue until you work it out. Let me put this down for a second. Let me show you a little bit about the blanket. As you can see here, I have a built-in border that I've created myself. So there won't be adding any border onto the edge of it, except for maybe 1 single row of chocolate crochet. Here you can see I've got it rolled up and clipped so it stays together so it's easier to handle because there is quite a bit of it here. Here's tails that need to be woven in, and that will happen. I weave in every 4 to 5 rows. For double crochet, that equals about 10 rows of single crochet. So if you want to look at it that way, I'm weaving in every 10 rows. Every 4 to 5 rows of double crochet. Sometimes more. Sometimes I wait till I have 2 full blocks. And by blocks, I mean 2 full blocks of the border. A border is 5 rows each color. So I wait till I have 2 color changes in. Just depends on how I'm feeling when it comes to weaving in ends. You know, because weaving in tails is always everyone's favorite thing to do. Just kidding. It's a labor of love for some. Weaving in tails does not bother me. I look at it as just another part of the project. I don't get frustrated with it. I don't get upset with it. I don't get burned out on it. It's just another part of doing the project. On a project this size, where it's going to be a queen size blanket, which is 60 across by 96 long, you're looking at, you know, hundreds of tails with the color changes. Because you know you have 2 tails per color change. Now I could crochet over the top of them, but at some point they still have to be weaved in, because even going crocheting over the top is not a secure stitch. A lot of people think it is, especially when they're first beginning. They find out they can weave over and they think, oh, I don't have to weave in tails any longer. That's not true. It is not a secure stitch to crochet over the top of. You need to leave enough tail to weave back and forth so that you lock that yarn in. If you don't lock that yarn in, when you go to wash it, it's going to wash out and eventually unravel on you. Now, some of you need to slow this down to see the detail in the stitch. Go right ahead. I'm going to pull it up a little closer so you can see. Go in, pull up a loop, pull through, pull yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your double crochet. Never hurts to review that. Anyway, this is currently what is on Dr. Crochet's hook, is a queen size blanket. It's doing double crochet. That's 58,000 stitches. Would easily be 100,000 if it were single crochet. 116,000 to be exact, because it's 58,817 to do this blanket. At least according to Stitch Fiddle and according to my gauge as I figured it. Let me do a little shout out to some of my YouTube friends that you may want to check out. Fiber Spider, Esvita Limon, Bag a Day Crochet. Hello, Craig, Gerardo, Crystal. Just a little shout out to you. There's a few others I subscribe to as well. Yarn Geek, Hey Ginger. Just a few shout outs to them. Check out their pages, their YouTube pages, their blogs, vlogs, whatever you want to call them. Some call them podcasts. I don't, because that's not what a traditional podcast is. It's not a video. It's pure audio in pod format. This would be more of a vlog, video log. And as you can see, as I move up the stitch, I do stabilize the stitch with my thumb and forefinger. And I know this video is just a little longer than my normal videos, shorter than some I've done, but longer than average. My average is about 7 minutes. I like to keep it short, but I wanted you guys to see a traditional color change. And that's what I'm going to do here with the cream right here. Okay. We're going to pull through the first two and leave the last two. And we're going to leave a tail, maybe not quite that long, about like that. Pick our hook back up, put it on our hook, pull through the last 2 stitches of that last double crochet before the color change. Then stitch as normal. And of course, pull that down just a little bit at the tail so that it tightens the stitch back up. And just continue on. I'll show you that again with this cream where we transfer into the aqua as well. Okay, we go into our last stitch, pull up loop, go through the first 2. Okay, now we've come back around to the brown. Now, sometimes I may carry it through. I'm not this time. This time I'm just going to clip it. And then pull it through. Go into that first chocolate stitch. The second. The third. And the fourth. And then wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5, so we're not going to do a double crochet here. You know, we're down to a color change. So we pull out the last 2. Sorry, dropped my camera. And we go through and clip off the cream. I'll try and do this on camera. My hook came out, so we put the hook back in. Put that in, pull it up. And this time, instead of going into a stitch, we're going to crochet up 2. And in the case of this blanket, Dr. Crochet has decided that the turning chain of 2 chains is in fact included as a double crochet in this case. A lot of patterns will tell you that they don't include the turning chain as a stitch. I do in this blanket, which I've created for my own head. Zero help. It is a bit different. And once I get it finished, I will show you guys on camera what it looks like. Both stretched through, and then I will lay it on the bed that it goes on and take another picture and video and let you see how that looks as a finished product. Of course, then I'll quickly pull it off and throw it through the wash so that it can be completely washed and cleaned and ready for use. If you guys have any questions for Dr. Crochet, put them in the comments below. Also, in the description, you'll find a link to my website, my Instagram, my Facebook. Please join me in those locations as well. And once Dr. Crochet reaches 1,000 subscribers, he will do a yarn giveaway. That is a promise. I may also do a WIP giveaway. Well, I shouldn't say WIP. I should say finished product giveaway of what most people say they like from my products. May throw that in the box with the yarn, and then you could gift that to someone or use it for your own purposes. We'll see. I don't know what I would put in the box just yet, but I know it definitely will be a yarn giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. Well, happy hookers. Stay happy, stay smiling, stay healthy. This is Dr. Crochet out.